stability and mobility drills that are designed for those people that are sitting at their desk a little bit more, really rounded through their shoulders, some of those postural deficits that we have from our day-to-day activities. A lot of these exercises come from a bunch of different courses that I've taken, Mike Reinold, JJ with Primal Physical Therapy. So some of these things you may have seen before. First mobility drill we're going to take to the ground, and we call this ball cars. So I want you to be up, so looking up at the ball, so we're really going to feel all these postural muscles, all from the neck, all the way down to your tailbone. And then the ball out in front, and then we're going to reach up, have a little bit of core control, so a little pressure through the abdomen. And you're going to reach out, turn the palms down, reach behind your back, grab the ball on the other side, palms come back down to the ground, reaching up. You can even add a little bit of head rotation here, so you're looking for the ball. And then you're going to switch sides. So you're going to transition the ball to the other hand. So next one we're going to do is scorpion. Probably seen this a lot in your strength training classes. This is really geared to opening up the chest wall all the way down to the abdomen while getting the glutes firing. So one arm's down in a 90 degrees, so 90 degrees at the elbow, 90 degrees of shoulder flexion or abduction there. The other hand's going to prop up. So the hand that's propping up, I want to bend my leg, same leg that the arm's propped up, kick up, and then push with the leg. You're going to look under the propped arm. Okay, so I'm going to show you from the other side. This side's 90-90, prop that arm. So my same side's going to prop the leg. I'm leading with the leg here. So my left leg is going to kick up, lead, keep reaching with my leg. And I'm going to look under. You're going to feel a good stretch through the pec on the right arm, even into the abdomen. I'm going to keep switching sides. Prop, look under. All my movement is coming from my leg here. So the next one comes from JJ at Primal Physical Therapy. I think she calls these 3 months postures or prone hip resets. So prone hip reset, we're going to be on our bellies again. We're going to have our hands spread so you can really get that input to your hands. Elbows are slightly out and then spin in, but the hands are not touching. My eyesight's about my pointer finger there. And what you're going to do is you're just going to keep that posture through here. So my chest isn't sinking in, where my shoulders aren't engaged. I'm pushing the floor away so my shoulders are engaged. And then I'm just going to slide my knee out like in a Frogger, as far as I can go without compensating, you know, lifting, trying to lift my leg up, moving my shoulders around to reach it, and then come back to neutral, and then push on the other side. You're gonna feel a good stretch around the front of the hip there. All while still pushing through those arms, feeling the core still engaging. And also breathing. Drill here. We're going to take a band here. It's going to be low. This is a hip hinge pull through, okay? So you're going to grab that band between your legs. Feet are hip width, a little bit wider than hip width distance. And what you're going to do is you're going to reach back. So you're going to hinge back, reach back towards that band, and then you're going to pull that band forward using your glutes only, okay? So don't overextend, rib cage down, hips forward. So you're getting those like counter pressures. Reaching back with the band, squeezing glutes through. Reaching back with the band, squeezing glutes through. So I'm gonna take you into some stability stuff. So we're gonna take just a standard plank. So feet are in line with hips, core is on. So we're not down here. We're cores on, hips are tucked under. I'm pushing through the floor. So everything is pulling up and in. And then we're gonna do some shoulder taps here. So plank shoulder taps. I'm gonna just alternate tapping here, moving incredibly slow. I want you to feel every muscle that's helping stabilize as you switch. This is the thing I always see too, is people, you know, butts are up, but they're further away. I want your shoulders over top your wrists. And then every time you're pushing through that floor, don't sink in, push strong through the floor here. I don't want to forget about the lateral plane, so the plane on the side here. So we're going to do a Copenhagen here. So my leg is long on a bench here, and then my elbows right underneath. My hand is spread, so again, you're getting some input to those hands. A lot of people end up here when they're doing this exercise. They're losing that stability and input through the hands, so keep that down. Okay, we're keeping nice and square. Again, keeping everything open face up. We're not rotating out, we're not rotating in over top, we're lifting up. I'm pushing this leg down into the bench to lift up. So I'm gonna feel this adductor muscle. You can keep that leg down or you can lift it up, just holding here. So froggers here, I'm gonna do this with my shoes off so I can get a little bit better hip mobility. Froggers again comes from JJ's exercise, fun exercises she does at Primal. Hips, feet are a little bit wider than hip distance, so this is my hip distance, slightly out. My feet are turned in. I'm gonna sit down into a squat as far as I can go, still keeping my hips, my heels down and my feet forward. So if they start to turn out here, come out of it a little bit and sit upright. I'm gonna sit down, reach. I'm gonna reach as far as I can, still keeping my heels down. I'm gonna walk my hands as far as I can go until I really can't go any further without lifting up or coming up on my heels. So this is about it for me. I'm gonna plant my hands, then I'm gonna transition over into my hands here. So all my weight's on through my hands. My hips aren't coming up. I'm keeping low, transitioning through. Putting all my weight, pushing the floor away, hopping in, sitting back, looking up. Reach as far forward, plant, push the floor away, hopping in. Feet are still pointing forward. If you need to, when you hop your feet in, if you need to reset, because they end up splayed out, go ahead and just reset them in the moment as soon as you hop. So last stability exercise here, we're going to work on stability of the hip external internal rotation. In this case, I'm going to work on my right leg, so I'm going to put my right arm through the shoulder and rotate all the way around. So this band's going to be pulling me into hip rotation, but we're working it actively, okay? So I'm going to start with a split stance. So it's split stance, hip external or external and internal rotation. So as I'm going to bring my hands across my chest just to make sure that my chest is square. I'm going to rotate into my hip, and then I'm going to rotate out of that and all the way out into external rotation here. So I'm going to rotate into internal rotation of the hip, rotate out into external rotation. The whole time, this is the leg that's powering it, okay? So I'm kind of sinking into that, controlling that motion in. As I come out of it, I'm pushing down into that right foot, big toe, and almost tractioning that foot outward. Today's week 1 of stability mobility drills that's designed to help with posture. The 4 exercises for mobility we did were ball cars, scorpions, prone hip resets, and then hip hinge pull through with a band. The 4 stability exercises we did was a plank shoulder tap. We did Copenhagen, which was the lateral side plank on the bench. We did Frogger hops, and then we did controlled hip internal and external rotation with the band. So check it out. Let me know how it goes. Follow me on social media, DM me with any questions, and I'll see you next time.